Being liked by the boss gives you a straight ticket to a promotion or a bonus. But what if the boss does not like you? How do we get past that and get into the boss's list of personal favorites? Let us find out. Being appreciated is something we humans all crave, and one of the best ways to get positive validation is from one's boss. But we are often lost in a mental block where we assume the worst of ourselves and the ones around us. This often leads us to believe that our peers or boss do not like us. Well, this fact could be true, or it could simply be a case of overthinking. But in the case where the boss does have an issue with an employee, what's the best way to deal with it? Well, experience talks volumes, and there's plenty of research and proof out there to back it up. The more exposed to new assignments and experiences you are in the work environment, the higher the chance of building a better relationship with the seniors. This would further gain you more recognition as well as better assignments too. But if you feel you have enough experience and still feel that your boss has something against you, hop into the shoes of your boss and think from their perspective. In short, if you feel that your boss is not your biggest fan, the first thing you must think of is the manager's feelings. Ask yourself if what you think about the manager's feelings is negative or positive towards you. Confiding with a coworker and sharing your thoughts on this could help drive a better judgment. Even after looking into this, if you are pretty sure that your boss doesn't like you, you should look into the following factors. The first reason why your boss may not like you is probably due to the boss assuming that you are incompetent. This could be due to a small mistake you may have committed at the wrong time that might have made the boss have a negative assumption about you. Due to this reason, the boss would give high-risk tasks or important tasks to your colleagues as opposed to you. The best solution to this problem is to put yourself out there and accept assignments out of your comfort zone to show your caliber. Also, ask questions to the boss so that he or she is aware that you are giving 100% of the task at hand. This will also show that you are interested in the work and are willing to give it your all. Another reason why your boss may not like you is probably because your working style does not match up with theirs. Everyone has a different working style that they develop over time, and it's not possible to match up to the working style of coworkers and the boss every time. Hence, working on improving or bettering your own working style one point at a time so that it matches what the boss is used to working with is a good solution to such a problem. This conceptual solution has worked for plenty of employees in the real world. But this raises another question. What if even after trying to change your working style, you and the boss cannot relate to each other? We all come from different walks of life and backgrounds, and this could lead to a point where the boss and the employee do not relate to each other. Generational differences is a real situation that many are facing in the workplace, and it is high time we acknowledge it. In fact, it has been found out through research that there are 5 generations working at the exact same workplace. They include traditionalists, baby boomers, Generation X, millennials, and Generation Z. Each generation has its own way of working things out, and thinking and trying to find that common ground in such a situation can be hard. In fact, the boss can be from one generation, while the employees can be from another, creating a huge gap between their ways of thinking. Furthermore, getting the boss to relate to you would be harder than trying to relate to the boss. The latter can be done by asking the boss questions and understanding his or her point of view. Listening more than you speak can make a big difference, which will definitely be observed. The employee and the boss will finally be able to build a rapport, and the territory for common grounds will also be observed amidst all of this. At the end of the day, we are all humans, and many of us are quite insecure about a lot of things. What many don't know is the fact that a boss can also be quite insecure. Imagine being in the shoes of the boss and seeing the employees who work under him or her turn out to be smarter and more successful than him or her. That is indeed quite a tough position to be in, and if the boss behaves erratically with such people, the chances are high that the boss is insecure. Such a situation is truly a tough one, and it may seem that the only way to get out of such a situation would be to pose as someone less capable than the boss. This is not a very healthy solution to such a problem. An alternative to this solution would be to share your success with your boss, giving him credit for his contribution. Apart from all the factors mentioned, trust is something that is very important for a boss to have over his subordinate employees. The trust factor is connected to the confidence that the boss has in their employees. If that is not there, the boss may indulge in habits such as being stingy in terms of opportunities as well as money, and this is a huge red flag. In order to solve such an issue, try finding out what the expectations of the boss are. Many bosses are unsure of what they want, and the best solution to such an issue is to use future-oriented questions while having a discussion with the boss. From such conversations, you'll be able to find the gaps between you and your boss in terms of expectations, and you'd be able to solve that by being safe with the words you use to prove that you are a reliable employee. Associating with those who have the boss's trust may also solve such a situation, if done in the right way. Reliability is something that everyone wishes is a character trait of their employee. This is your time to shine and show that you can take a stand and initiate ideas in the workplace. This must be accompanied by transparency. The path to being considered a reliable worker is simple. Understand the expectations of the boss, show the boss that you're competent, gain a reputation, and voila, you are a reliable employee. The moment people feel that the boss does not like them, they try to impress the boss, and in this process, they end up going overboard. Thinking in such a way could possibly be due to the fact that one may be overthinking things, or the situation can be such that the boss is under a lot of stress and pressure, and hence is not being his or her normal self of late. Things could take a steep fall if the employee ends up turning his emotions and thoughts into gossip. Speaking of gossip, many employees feel that talking ill about their colleagues to the boss might help them get on their boss's good side. This is not necessarily true, and a smart boss will never encourage such habits. All this might happen due to overthinking things or overreacting in such scenarios. It's best to calm down in such situations and not look too much into the boss's behavior. Don't panic. Instead, try to understand what the boss wants before getting into dilemmas and fake conclusions. A boss and employee relationship may seem like quite a mediocre one, but it really is very important to develop such a relationship. Most employees assume that the best way to do so would be by following the boss around, doing extra work in the office, or by simply being the boss's shadow and following his or her instructions mindlessly. In fact, the smartest thing to do as an employee is to get to know your coworkers and form a good bond with them. This radiates a clear indication that the coworkers have a lot of confidence in you. Once the boss notices that teamwork and getting along with others is something that you do well, the same level of confidence that the coworkers have in you will be instilled in him too. But if the coworkers have a poor image of you, the same assumption may rub off onto the boss as well. According to various research, it has been proved that in order to attain a great experience from a job, the best way to do so would be by improving one's relationship with their boss. If you aren't on the good side of your boss yet, it's high time you work on yourself and get there now. Now, we have come to the end of this video, and we hope to see you back to watching our content real soon. Before you go, do drop this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your post notifications to be in the loop of what's going on our channel.